What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jay Savage. We are back in another video, and today for you guys, we are going to be talking to two new UR characters, new UR Dolphins. We just got today. Let y'all know if y'all should summon or not. Oh, we'll be going over their skills and what they do. Obviously, we saw the ultimates in the last video. We saw the outfits. So if you do enjoy the video, find video helpful, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share a lot, make sure you the best channel, sound for the videos, and let's get right to the video. So before we start, obviously, the half anniversary units will not be in these banners. Remember, the half anniversary units are limited. They are limited. They will not be in these banners. So this will have, I'm pretty sure, characters up to the Tomo and Mashio. I think those were their last characters before anniversary. So those are the most recent UR Dolphins in the game in this banner. Aside from obviously these two, which is the feature characters for this banner. Obviously we have new UR memory, new SSR memory, and new SR memory. This is what they look like here. I don't know what they do because I don't know why you can't see the the memories. Maybe it's in the notices, but for some reason when you try to pull up like the notices, it doesn't show up on the screen. I don't even know. Yeah, it's like it doesn't show up on the screen. I don't know why. It's a very weird thing that OBS does. It's stupid, but nothing I can really do about it. But yeah, they look cute to me. Like the pictures, like the different SSR art. I would like to get it, but I'm not summoning. So, let's get to the characters right now. So, obviously on the left side of the screen, you'll be able to see her skills. I'll let that sit there. You can pause. So you can pause it if you want to look at it. But I'm gonna talk about stuff like that. Obviously, always remember that now the characters are level maxed at 90. So obviously their stats will look like they are more than like our older characters when we did these previews and stuff like that. But they're really not, right? Because obviously they just are 10 levels higher. So their stats are obviously increased by 10 levels. Worth of stats, right? So don't really worry about that too much. But let's get right into it. So skill 1 for the Sleepwear ID wave, attacker rider. Her first skill is a defense down. It's a 100 to 300%. Decreases defense to all opponents by 10%. Obviously 20% level 2 and higher. Good skill. Obviously the defense down is a really, really good skill. It's a generic skill. So, nothing's like too crazy, but it is a good skill. Having it on an attacker, I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like this is something that I would love on a defender. But having it on an attacker, I don't know. Maybe, it's not terrible, at least. But the one thing is the thing about the defense down skill. The defense down skill always has the super low percentages, and that's why I don't like it on attackers. Because attackers, those are your damage dealers. You want them to have the skills that have the higher percentages. But I feel like they can at least make this a 200 to 400%. That'd be great if they did that. But like when it came to attackers, they made it 200, 400%. And then when it's on a defender, they left it to 100, 300%. But then I really know about that. Skill 2 is another 100 to 300%, which is so shitty when it comes to attackers. That's not great percentages. Obviously your attackers are your damage dealers. You would rather have higher percentages, but they're already starting off her with 2 bad percentage skills. Sucks, but it's increased critical rate of all items by 20% for 3 turns, and 30% at level 2 and higher. Not a bad skill, obviously, right? So she has 2 skills that are useful, right? Like she has 2 skills that actually do something. So it's not bad, right? Like overall, it's really not bad. It's really I would prefer. Definitely if you're not going to be the main DPS, you to have 2 useful skills, then have you a damaging skill when you're not even DPS. She could be a DPS, but obviously they gave her non-DPS cards. Obviously she got super low percentages for her skills. But nothing you can do about that. You have the ultimate is 600% damage, decrease use of all opponents by 20%, which again, pretty good ultimate. Obviously this is 600% at 6/6. At 1/6, I think it's 400% and only it's either 10% or 15% defense down. So always keep that in mind that this is not what you will get. If you pulled her just one time, this is not going to be your percentage for neither one of these. I'm pretty sure defense down will go down to either 10% or 50%, and damage percentage will go down to 400%. Always remember that. And then her support skill is when pair is wave, increases own attack power by 10%. Obviously, she is an attacker, so that's good that she's increased her own attack power. But that is the UR Sleepwear ID. Overall, not a bad unit. She has 2 very useful skills, which is good, right? Obviously, having 2 useful skills does make you a lot better of a unit instead of just having useless skills. Definitely when you are supposed to be serving a purpose as like a one because obviously she's supposed to be a supporter, right? Like she wants to be a supporter, even though her support skill isn't really support. It is weird. I don't know, because like I feel like she wants to be a supporter. Like all 3, like obviously her 2 skills in her ultimate is both like useful to lower the defense of the enemy, and then obviously you're raising your crit rate. So you want obviously the other attacker, which is Helly, that you go see in a second here, to do more damage. So I would have liked that if the support skill was if when pair is wave increases pair attack power by 10% or something like that. That would have been a lot better, because she obviously don't want to beat a DPS. Her skills show that. She don't have no good percentage on her skills, but that's just my personal opinion on it. Let's get to the next unit. Now, obviously, again, it'll be on the left side of the screen. You can look at it. It is covering the very cute Helly right now. But look at it. You can pause it if you want to, so you can look at it more. But all right, here we go. So obviously, like I told you, her artwork superb. I love how cute she looks. Outfit is she got 2 coffees in here. I don't know who she bringing coffees to, but hey, she can bring one to me. But like I said, stats are obviously gonna be higher and stuff like that. So skill 1. Now she has the attacker percentages, and obviously she's meant to be the DPS, also support, which is weird. Obviously, we're starting off with a support, type of skill, but a really good skill. Obviously, this is a skill we haven't seen too much. I don't think we've seen this skill too much, but it's a really, really good skill. Obviously, this is 200% to 400% damage. Charge SP gauge of all of allied pairs. Now, I'm pretty sure that just means of all allies. I think. I hope. But it's really good, because if you think about it, you have that defender, I think gunner, Utai, right? Or Ute. I'm gonna say Utai. That's what I've been saying. You have her, right, which has the 15% for all allies. So obviously you got her with that 50%. Then you got Helly here with that 10% for all allies, which I'm pretty sure is what that ally pairs mean. I'm pretty sure that still means all allies, so everybody's getting it. I hope, at least. So if you got both of them together and you're just keep on using that, you're getting your ultimates really, really fast. Like again, your SP skill is very, very fast, which is really good. Obviously, you do your big damage with ultimates. Obviously, some of your ultimates have good status effects or good buffs and debuffs that can really help you in battle. And skill number 2 is a straight damage skill. Like I said, she's meant to be DPS. She has the DPS percentages. So it scales from 300% to 500% at 4 stars, or for level 4. So like I said, she's meant to do damage. Like, she's supposed to be DPS, and that's what they gave her, right? This is still a good skill no matter what, right? Like this is a support skill. At the same time, she also is supporting herself, right, by getting her ultimate fast, right? She's a DPS, so she's also increasing, getting her ultimate gauge a lot faster, so she can do big damage with this ultimate, which is a really good ultimate. This is 650% damage, deals increased damage when the enemy is in break state. So it's pretty self-explanatory, but I'll explain a little bit. It don't really need that much explanation. But obviously, when you break an enemy, she is going to do more damage when that enemy is broken. So it's kind of like how some of the characters have, like the like for one, the swimsuit Helly, the wind swimsuit. I don't know, the wind swimsuit Selena. That's what I'm gonna say. My bad. I got the sisters mixed up. The wind swimsuit Selena. She has the ultimate is when you crit, you do additional damage. So obviously when you crit, you're doing like basically when you crit, your crit damage is getting increased by, well, we don't actually know how much by. Now that's one thing I don't that's one thing I do actually wish that they would tell us, is how much increased damage are you doing. So like for like I said, for like the one when you do more damage when you crit. So like, how much of a damage increase are you doing? And then for this one, for when they're in a break state and you do increased damage, how much increased damage are you doing? So like that's something I would like to know. I wish they would tell us, but obviously they don't tell us at all. I don't know if it's somewhere. I don't know. I haven't seen nothing about it. So that's what I do wish I knew, because I would at least like to know a percentage, because it's kind of hard to tell sometimes that you're doing increased damage, but obviously your damage still varies by your buffs, debuffs, your opponent's stats. If they're increasing their defense, you're obviously going to do less damage if you don't remove the buffs. So like it's a lot of things that go into, even if you're able to notice the increased damage, but it's cool. And then her support skill is when HP is 50% or higher, increase own attack power by 10%. Actually, a good one, and it's way better than I feel like the wave, the one with the ID one, right? Where like you have to be with a wave pair, because she can be with anybody here, right? As long as she got more than 50% HP, this is always active. That's like, so I really like this one. This one is really good, because like it's not strictly strict to one team. Like you don't need to only be with a wave pair to have this proc. You don't have to be in a certain position for this to work, right? All you need is to have 50% or higher HP, and getting 50% higher HP is not necessarily hard to do. That really all depends on what team you're using, but it's not really like a hard thing to do. So in my opinion, like I said, I really like this Helly. Obviously, strictly for one, I like Helly as a unit, as a character, but also she is super cute. This like I said, this little smile, this little smirk here is super cute. But also ID is cool too. I don't mind ID, even though she had her whole back exposed. But I guess at the same time, she has her cleavage and her legs exposed, so it's not really much of a difference there with exposure. But I feel like, I don't know. I'm still not going to summon, period. But if you are a huge fan of Helly and a huge fan of, ID and you want them, well, if you even got crystals, obviously, we just came off anniversary. And obviously, anniversary banner is still out, right? Like, this banner is still out. If you have not reached pity and got both of these characters, I would recommend you still keep summoning on this banner. These two characters are, like I said, they're limited. You don't want to miss out on these characters, because I don't know when they're going to come back. Probably first anniversary. That's 6 months from now. So, my opinion... Okay, this is my personal opinion. If you do not have both of these characters, and you should summon for them. That's my personal opinion. You should go summon for them, get them, because they're limited, right? Like, yes, I'm saying they might come back for first anniversary, but that can even not be true. But that's just my guess. Obviously, we won't know until it happens. But you should at least try to get both of these units if you have to go to 200 PD or 200 PD. Now, if you don't get at least one at 200 pity, and then obviously you can get the other one at pity, don't go over. I don't think you should go more than 200 pools just for these characters, right? Now, you can go to 200 pity, like, go to pity once, and hey, if you pull both in that 200 pity, that's great. But if you pull one, obviously get the other one, so you at least have the characters, because like I said, they are limited, but they are very good at the same time. Obviously we had the video on them and what they do. The characters are very good. Like, these characters here are very good. Their ultimates, these two together get ultimate gauge so fast, because they have such high SP charge, and on their support skills they're increasing their SP charge, so they have so high. Like they get ultimates so fast that you're just continuously using that 10 break ultimate or that 7 break shield break ultimate, and you be breaking shields so fast with both of them, and then with their skills, obviously. So my personal opinion, if you already have these two characters and you want to probably summon on ID and Helly, then if you want to, yeah, but I would think that y'all should wait at least until, because this banner ends on June 12th. So at least wait till June 11th. See what the next, now, well, time out. Okay, so time out. If you need wave characters, like if you have no wave characters, period, no wave Dolphins, you are Dolphins, right? I think you should probably consider summoning, because it will, like, the thing about this game is sometimes you really need that type of advantage to play this game, to actually get good scores, to actually be able to beat certain activities. You really do need the type of advantage sometimes. So if you don't have wave period, then yes, I think you should summon. But if you have a couple of wave characters, if you're not in desperate need of wave characters, then I think you can just chill, take the back seat and not summon. Wait, see what the next banner is, and then like if you really want these two characters after that, then going for them. But obviously that's just my personal opinion. I won't be summoning period no matter what. I already have both to have anniversary characters, so I'm not summoning on this banner either. But you know, I'm done summoning for a little bit. But that's my opinion. Let me know if y'all going to summon down in the comments. Let me know how y'all summons go if you do choose to summon. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope y'all found this video helpful, and I will see y'all in the next video. J7 y'all. Peace.